tonight. It'll be a little piece of it right here. Some fish teeth that are still intact, so if you want to touch those, they're going to be right there. You'll see the little teeth. And then at the very end is the fish scales. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for up top here. We're going to start heading down the trail. That Pedernales River that I mentioned earlier, the way it got its name was back when the Spanish were here looking for gold. They didn't find any gold, but they did find flint. Not why. No. So the reason why they get the name live oak is because they stay green the entire year. They just produce a pollen that gives everybody allergies. So if you're from around the area and know about cedar trees, then they refer to them as cedar, or refer to that allergy season as cedar fever.
Support yourself with a stick.
We're now near riparian woodland, which is the second habitat that we're going to walk through. A riparian woodland is basically an environment that has a water source surrounded by a wooded area. So our Right, so welcome to the next stop. I like to call this spot the window just because it gives us a nice little view into the canyon. But it also has this large, lovely tree. This is a bald cypress tree that can grow up to about 1,000 years old. Does anybody want to try to guess how old this one is? Yeah, the ones up there look like mushrooms too. The ones up top. Oh yeah, this is like their home. This is where they like to hang out. So there's probably somewhere around here, but there's none in the immediate. I mean, like it flowed and it looked like a river, but like our sewer systems all like shoot it into it, which is not good. Like fish live in there and stuff. But I grew up hanging out there all the time because it would like stretch and like it connected to this passive forest that also was in my neighborhood. Which is kind of why I think I kind of also had this. So right up top is that deeper one that's about chest deep. If you were wondering what they kind of look like, there's one down here, and you can see the inside right there. So you see it kind of reflecting off. It drips over the edge, or it goes over a surface, drips off of the surface, lands on the surface. It'll deposit those minerals, and it'll calcify and continue to build up over time. So it forms the same way stalagmites and stalactites will form. One of these photos kind of shows it. So, it looks kind of like nothing right now, but this is taken from that hole actually. I got something closed these days. But yeah, the bridge used to not be bolted down, and then after like 20 times of the bridge getting taken down the canyon, they finally bolted it down. Yeah. Probably in the next few hundred years. So it's getting really close. And then to talk a little bit about the graffiti, that's kind of cool but not really cool, that some of y'all might have noticed down here. Yeah. All we know is that some guy named B.L. Nichols, he came in 1883 and he's from Bastrop, Texas. That's how we got from it. We tried to learn more about him. We found his family in Bastrop and they gave us his journal/diary. But he mentioned nothing of Westcave in it, so we don't know if it was actually him. But then again, how many B.L. Nichols could be in Bastrop? So yeah. And then, I already got asked this question, but do we have bats? And the answer is not really. It's actually about our cave is when we first became a preserve, and we did our first cave survey ever, we only found one species in here. And it wasn't even a cave dwelling species. It was up here, it was covering it and preventing them from growing. But once we did that and had the preservation happening, and this last cave survey we did, which was in February, I actually got to help out with it. It was really cool. We found over 30 different